All right, Shalom. I want to start off as always by giving all praises and glory unto Yahweh Bahashim Yahushai, Bahashim Racha HaKodash. The bonus unto the apostles, the elders, and the bishops of Great Millstone. I want to send much love unto the brothers out there doing his work in truth and sincerity, and also want to send peace and blessings unto the believers of the hopeful elect. And in this morning's lesson, I wanted to read the book of Revelation, chapter 21, verse 1 down to verse 7. And Lord willing, this is edifying, all right? This is a passage here about the kingdom of heaven and pretty much our deliverance, okay? So without further ado, I get into this here, and hopefully once again, it's edifying. So Revelation chapter 21 and verse 1 says, "And I saw a new heaven and a new earth. For the first heaven and the first earth were passed away, and there was no more sea." Now, let's break this down and get some understanding, man. All right, because I've heard all kinds of crazy breakdowns of Revelation chapter 21, verse 1, right? I mean, some crazy stuff. So let's deal with the first line here. It says, "And I saw a new heaven and a new earth. For the first heaven and the first earth was passed away." Is this talking about the Most High God creating a whole nother planet and creating a whole nother atmosphere, sky? No. It's talking about a new rulership, okay? A refreshed rulership of the Israelites, okay? The new heaven, the new earth is talking about the rulership of the Israelites. How do we know this? Isaiah 65:17. And as I read on, you're going to see that as well. But Isaiah 65:17, okay? And if your Bible have precepts in there, it should lead you back to Isaiah 65:17. So reading Isaiah 65:17, right? Listen to this here. It says, "For behold, I create new heavens and a new earth, and the former shall not be remembered, nor come into mind." What is it talking about? This present world, man, it's going to be destroyed, okay? It won't come into mind. It's going to be gone, right? The Lord going to create it new, meaning what? He going to establish a righteous world, man. It's going to be like it's brand new, okay? But the earth still going to be the earth. It's just going to be upgraded, okay? It says, "Be ye glad and rejoice forever in that which I create. For behold," listen real close, "for behold, I create Jerusalem a rejoicing, and her people a joy." That's what the Lord is going to create, okay? He's going to create Jerusalem a rejoicing, and her people, the Israelites, a joy. So the new heaven and the new earth is talking about the Israelites ruling and the world to come. That's the new heaven and the new earth, man, okay? It's not talking about the Most High God destroying the whole planet Earth and then destroying, all right, the atmosphere, in the universe, and then making everything all over again. It doesn't make sense. It's too many scriptures, all right, for you to answer to make such statement as that. We're going to reign on the earth, man, as the scriptures tell us. We're going back to the land of Israel, okay? The Lord not making no new land of Israel, all right? He ain't going to do, to make a replica, or, excuse me, a duplicate of this world. No, he going to destroy the wicked who are in power and restore a righteous people. That's going to be the Israelites, right? So back in Revelation, right, then it says, for the first heaven and the first earth was passed away, and there was no more sea. Now, what is the sea representing? If you go to Revelation chapter 17 and the 15th verse, right, it says, and he said unto me, the waters which thou sawest, where the horse sitteth, are peoples and multitudes and nations and tongues. So the sea in this verse here is talking about people, all right, the people. But John said, and there was no more sea. Is he saying that there won't be other nations on the planet Earth once the kingdom of heaven is established? No, because we know according to prophecy that these heathens will build up the kingdom of heaven. Isaiah 60 verse 10. Isaiah 61 verse 4. Okay. Jeremiah 30:16. Revelation 13:10. They're going into captivity, man. So they're going to be here. But what John is talking about, he's talking about their rulership being taken away. Keep in mind, the vision that the Apostle John saw, he said that Yahushua had many crowns on his head that represented him taking away power away from the heathen, man. So that's what it's talking about. They won't have any power. They won't have any rulership, okay? It's going to be one king, that's Yahushua. He's going to rule the whole planet Earth. They're going to be in subjection forever, okay? They're going to be in subjection for eternity. Yes, they'll get a chance, to live, and have communities, but they're going to be in subjection to the Israelites for eternity, okay? Reincarnation after reincarnation, they're going to come back, which they're going to be in power. That's going to be for eternity, okay? So that's what verse 1 is talking about. Then it says, I, John, saw the holy city, New Jerusalem, coming down from God out of heaven, prepared as a bride adorned for her husband. Now, what is this holy city, New Jerusalem, representing? It's representing the elect of Israel coming down out of the chariots, man. That's what they're talking about. Jerusalem represents the people, okay? John saw an actual building, right? He saw an actual city, but they represented what? It represented the elect of Israel coming down out of the chariots, man. Okay, after the destruction. Then it says what? Prepared as a bride adorned for her husband. Now, let's go to Isaiah 52. Okay? Let's go to Isaiah 52 to show you that the holy city in Jerusalem is talking about the people. This is Isaiah 52 verse 1. Awake, awake, put on thy strength, O Zion. Put on thy beautiful garments, O Jerusalem, the holy city. From henceforth there shall no more come into thee the uncircumcised and the unclean. So Zion, the people, man, the Israelites. Okay? Zion is a epithet or a nickname for the children of Israel, right? Isaiah 48, verse 1 and 2 says, hear ye this, O house of Jacob, which are called by the name of Israel, and are come forth out of the waters of Judah, which swear by the name of the Lord, and make mention of the God of Israel, but not in truth nor in righteousness. For they call themselves the holy city, and stay themselves upon the God of Israel. The Lord of hosts is his name. So just further precepts showing that the holy city in Jerusalem is representing the Israelites, okay? But what John is seeing is representing the elect of Israel coming down out of the chariots, okay? Prepared as a bride for her husband, in which we will be married unto Yahushua, okay? Then verse 3 says, and I heard a great voice out of heaven say, behold, The tabernacle of the Most High is with men. You see that? The tabernacle of the Most High is with men. These are Israelites. It says, and he will dwell with them, and they shall be his people. See that? They shall be his people. It's talking about the Israelites. And God himself shall be with them and be their God. So what the Apostle John is saying, he's saying pretty much the fulfillment of the new covenant, man. That's what the Apostle John is saying, right? Us glorified in the kingdom, brand new bodies, everything upgraded, and we're going to have the power. Verse 4 says, and God shall wipe away all tears from their eyes. From whose eyes? The Israelites. It says, and there shall be no more death, neither sorrow, neither crying, neither shall there be any more pain, for the former things are passed away. That's only for the Israelites. The heathens will still die, okay? They still will suffer pain. Because when they get out of order, we're going to inflict pain on them. Plain and simple, okay? This is for the Israelites only. The Israelites, once we get into the kingdom of heaven, will never die again, okay? That is mind-blowing. It says, and he that sat up on the throne said, behold, I make all things new. And he said unto me, write, for these words are true and faithful. And he said unto me, it is done. I am Alpha and Omega, the beginning and the end. I will give unto him that is athirst of the fountain of the water of life freely. He that overcometh shall inherit all things, and I will be his God, and he shall be my son. So if you overcome, man, the Lord promised to us that we're going to inherit all things. Okay? Brother, we don't know what all things is, but the Lord going to give it to us. So just keep the faith out there, man. You know, we're there at the doors. All right? The MOTB, World War III is right there, bro. And once those things come to pass and are fulfilled, we're going to get a chance, Lord willing, to get the kingdom of heaven. Which we Israelites anyway. Brother, look, we're going to get the kingdom of heaven anyway. We're Israelites. But we're hoping and praying to be of that number, right? Of the elect. To have the first dominion with Yahushua. To have, rank and authority in the kingdom. So I pray those edifying, man. I close out there. Shalom.